Hello, everybody, and welcome to the June wrap-up. How are we doing today?
Hello, everyone. Hi.
Hello, everybody.
We are late, but it's okay.
We're late, but it's worth it because we're probably going to go overtime anyway. So
It's worth being late to see all of our beautiful faces. So there you go. We're building the anticipation. We'll swing right into introductions. Ashley, Sherri, Nia, in that order.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we'll get to it.
Hi, I'm Ashley B. Pedigo. I write stories for children and adults. I'm a songwriter and I host productivity sprints over on Twitch. And I am so excited about camp.
That makes one of us.
I'm so excited about camp.
Tears. I'm crying.
Yeah, it's camp tomorrow. Woo!
Yay! Sherri.
Hi, my name is Sherri. I also go by Sharing Forge. I am on Twitch and I store a lot of my VODs on YouTube because, Twitch isn't permanent, which is kind of why I love the platform. I host productivity sprints and I usually keep my my mic hot, so you're going to hear a lot of my keyboard typing and my face making really disparaging comments about my own characters. I have been told that I am funny and I am a strange duck of a character, but you know what? We're gonna roll with it because we're all about that self-love. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, I am Nia, the Vixen of Fiction here on YouTube. I stream on YouTube, Twitch, and I'm also on Instagram. You can follow me under the same name. I am a writer of science fiction, fantasy, and historical fiction with a little bit of mystery and romance blended in. I am currently working on a Vela series and a comic series, which are coinciding. And I'm so excited to have Sherri read some of it very, very soon.
Oh yes!
Yay!
Oh! Quickly define what a velo is.
A Vela is Amazon is getting ready to launch Vela here in a few weeks. If you write stories that are more serialized, like each chapter or a couple of chapters encompasses sort of like an episode, then Vela might be for you.
Yeah.
So I was going to upload my short story on Wattpad, which it's an original story, but I just needed a platform that was serialized. And then all of a sudden, Vela said, we're going to do this thing. And I said, well, let me try it over there first.
Well, I don't have to program anything. Thank you, Bezos.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Thank you, Jeffrey. I love that. That one's better. You win.
Gotta thank him for something.
Yeah.
Thank you for going to space.
Until it's not good for us authors anymore, and then we will move right along. You know how we do, because they always make things sound like it's going to be good for us. And is it really, though?
I don't want to mention, but I'm going to lightly mention that one Kindle offshoot that was about fan creations, and then I'm going to quickly segue into hello, we are on Sarah Cahill's channel and she is about to hit 700 subscribers, baby.
One away.
Come
Go
on,
tell your friends.
Let's hit it. It would be fantastic.
And you are not subscribed yet.
Click the button. Click that like button.
She has amazing content. When she live streams, she does these very fun Climb the Ladder live sprints. They're so much fun. When she
does Bujo.
Yeah. Oh, she does just really cool videos about her writing just journaling her writing career,
writing techniques.
Yes, all of that. She does so many things.
Middle grade and young adults. Sarah, would you like to introduce yourself now, or?
Oh wait, we've just kind of done it for you.
We can keep going.
They've said it all. No need to keep going.
Yes, Tay, fix it. Tay went over to Discord and is telling people to fix it.
Yes!
Oh.
We did it!
Thank you.
Oh, you did it!
Oh, right,
Way to
okay.
go, Kelly.
I'm so
Thank you.
yes.
Thank you so much,
You
guys.
are awesome. This is why I love this community.
This is writing community is the best.
It is.
Congrats, Sarah.
Thank you. Right, we're going to move away from that quickly. Hi. Welcome to the monthly wrap-up, which is the brainchild of our very own Nia down below. Basically, it's an idea to get the writing community together once a month to share our successes, to share our failures, to sort of band together, support each other, and then plan ahead for the month to come. Unfortunately, next month is Camp NaNoWriMo. Somehow, again, I just, okay, yeah,
I
we
get
are...
a smile on my face whenever that we're about to cap on Camp Nano is tomorrow. I'm okay. It's fine.
I'm just like...
Great. I'm ready.
I'm like, oh, I've got to do some work. I've not done any writing in ages, but now it's like, oh, I've got to work tomorrow. Damn.
That gap between March camp and July camp feels so small.
It feels like nothing.
It feels so
horrible.
short. Ugh.
But then also, time is meaningless right now anyway, so that
That's
probably
true.
just makes it worse.
That's true.
So we are going to attempt to get at least one sprint in today.
Yes.
What? Just to get some last minute. Yes.
Yay.
We always attempt just before camp, so we'll do it in Preptober as well, just to help everyone get some last minute prep in if they need to.
Mm-hmm.
But first of all, I've already got the banner up. Never mind. First of all, everybody and everyone in the audience as well, what did you achieve this month?
Ooh.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
This can be writing related, productivity related, self related.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to keep it to writing because I know people have been on and off recently with the whole writing thing. But anything that you are proud of that you have accomplished in June, let us know so we can celebrate.
Yes. Do you want to start, Miss Ashley?
Yeah. We'll go
Yes.
Yeah.
I do. Okay. So last month I attempted 5K every day until I finished my middle grade, which almost rhymes, but not quite. And I completed the draft. I did the thing.
Yes.
It's printed over there on Bird Dad's nightstand. It's printed. He's reading it. We're getting some early revision notes. Like he's doing the alpha read. And then I'm going to be able to send it to beta readers. And it's like, wow, no privacy. Woo! I also finished, there was a contest that I entered back in May. It was 7 weeks and 7 picture book drafts that you had to turn in. And I finished that. So, yeah, it was really fun.
Done.
I really liked that format of like coming up with some prompts and then doing several things writing to that prompt. So I think I might try and do some more of that moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
And now those are the highlights. I think I did other things, but here's next.
One of the things that we did together was we participated in the Twitch Writers Conduit, where we talked about songwriting and how it pertains to books specifically. So you got some song lyrics. How do you prevent Sherri from skipping them?
Yes. How do you make them unskippable? We did do that. That was this month. That was less than a week ago.
Yep.
Time means nothing.
Time doesn't mean nothing.
Your turn.
Yeah. Oh, I have started like actually working out. Rather, I suffer from long haul COVID, and I'm finally strong enough physically that I can start working out again and like build up my stamina and my lung capacity. And both of those things have been getting a lot stronger. And there are so many things about my body that I'm relearning that either I forgot or never really actually knew that I'm. Yeah, it's great. Like when you do new things, sometimes you learn more about yourself, and working out is one of those things that really helped me and my mental state. So hopefully this is something that's going to carry me forward through July. I have a lot of projects that I have lined up for July, whereas June I started really just taking care of myself, cleaning house, so to speak, literally and figuratively. And that's what happened. All sorts of actual attainable tiny steps to better mental health.
Awesome.
Yay!
That makes me happy.
Your turn.
All right.
Yeah.
Really quick, Kelly. I am going to stream after this, but however long we go, just hang on. You're here. I'm here. We know what's going on, and I'll pop in the chat over there that I'm still here, so people can come over here, and maybe we can get that subscriber up even more. So
We'll try not to take too long, but we're not going to make any promises because most people know what we're like.
Yeah. So I'm already just like, it doesn't matter. We're here. We'll get stuff done, either chatting or writing, whatever we're doing. So then I'll just start whenever we're done. So don't worry. Just hang out here with us for a while. And I will make sure you get some writing done tonight. Don't worry. We'll get it in. So what did I get done in June? I
a lot, girl.
Yeah, I did get back to reading. My laptop went down for briefly. I got a ton of reading done, which I was really like stressing about how little I was reading because I actually enjoy it. And when I don't do it, I don't feel great. It's a weird thing. People are like, it's just reading, but I'm like, but you don't understand. I need to read. I know that I do. It's one of those things. If you know you need something and you don't get that, it doesn't feel right. So I probably read like 6 or 7 books of varying sizes. I got new books in. It was so great. I like zipped right through them. It was fantastic. And I still got writing done. So much.
Got a new iPad.
Yes, I got a new iPad. Yeah.
For those of us who are waiting for the comic book.
Yes.
This is good news.
Yes. So, I'm very excited. Yeah, and I just got a new puppy literally yesterday. So I've been trying not to be distracted. Like productivity kind of stopped yesterday, but that's okay. That's okay. I'll get back on track this evening because he's like literally right there.
Casey also has a puppy. I've seen this puppy. This puppy is called Echo and is such a lovely little sweet bean. It's the year of the puppy. It's the month of the puppy.
Year of the puppy. I did not get a puppy, but my best friend got a puppy this month as well.
Yay!
So.
Yay for your bestie.
I want my puppy.
We'll work on it, Ashley.
Work on it.
Gotta talk to my landlords.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say, I bet your kids would love a puppy.
About them. Yeah.
Yeah, Ashley's like, no.
It's for the kids.
Yes.
Children. Think about the children.
Think about the children.
Yes.
Think about the children. Yeah.
Early exposure to puppies and kitties prevent allergies. Apparently.
Well,
According to fake science that I just made up right now.
You make it up.
Well,
It gives us excuses. I was gonna say I don't think that worked on me, but I
It
still
works.
love animals.
Yes.
They say it works that way with peanuts, though. If you eat peanuts while pregnant, you're allowed to now.
mhm.
Because it helps. Because it
Helps
helps,
the-
I suppose, improve the chances of not being allergic, the baby not being allergic, is what they
My-
say.
Might explain why none of my kids are allergic to peanuts. Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, puppies everywhere, yes.
I didn't get much done this month, actually.
Yeah.
And by that, I mean, while I did get stuff done, I'd done it all at the first half of the month. So I've just been like
Okay.
procrastinating
Yes.
for the rest of the month. I outlined for camp next month. Tomorrow now. Oh my God. I outlined
I
for camp
know.
tomorrow in 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
No, 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours away.
Totally.
Which I managed to do quicker than I thought I would, to be fair, considering how much I don't like outlining. And then I finished Project Mystic, and I sent that off to some alpha readers.
Nice.
That's all I've done. Just those two things.
I feel like that is a
That's huge.
Yeah, it's big stuff.
That's huge.
Like that's amazing.
It doesn't feel like a lot, mostly because I've not been doing any work since I've done those things. So it feels like I've not done anything at all this month.
But you got it in
It's
early,
weird.
and maybe it feels like a little bit of a break, like a breathing.
I got it in early.
Yeah, that's right. You
Yeah.
front-ended it. You get a breather before camp. So
I was gonna say,
yay you.
but-
Not like me.
Like
Cramming a
you
bunch
finished
of
a whole
stuff in.
draft and then you sent it to alpha readers. That's huge and
That is-
deserves like a little bit of like a refill period where
Yeah.
even if you're not like, well, I'm reading books to refill the well or I'm watching shows to refill the well, just like the act of resting can be refilling and refueling. And you were gearing up because I think you draft your Abington House books during camp, right? Or Camp NaNoWriMo.
Yes.
So you were just
Abington
gearing up for that.
3
Yep.
tomorrow. So excited.
Are you doing the
Except not
same
excited.
method that you did for Mystic?
Yes, I will be doing the same method. It worked very well for Mystic, so I'm hoping it will work very well for Abingdon House, so I don't struggle with it like I did with number 2.
That video
Hopefully.
was so cool, and getting to be there for the process was really cool. And like picking the numbers was really fun
Yeah.
and exciting because it was like we get to cheer you on as you were going, and then getting to see the video and how you did it. After the live stream, y'all should since all of you are subscribed to Sarah's channel, you should go check out the video she did about how she drafted Project Mystic because it was so cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very,
I
very
was-
happy I stumbled across it.
I was on the ground for a lot of that. So I was mostly just in awe. I was like, okay.
Pick a number.
This is seriously happening. Like this
Yeah.
is seriously working. Things are getting
I think
accomplished. Like from
getting
that
accomplished.
point of
Yeah.
from that point of view, you're like
Yeah, I feel like we all
so
just need
cool.
to try that for like just do it for like a month and just
Definitely. It takes a lot of the pressure off.
mhm.
Well, it did for me anyway, because I only have to write this one scene. And I don't pick the scene, so I can't decide whether or not I'm an R over what scene I want to do now or what I feel motivated or inspired to do.
You
I
can't
just did it.
actually yourself.
I can't. I have to be like, it's this one, and I'm like, okay, we'll do this scene.
Yep.
It's a sucky scene. Thanks so much for the meanest scene in the novel. I guess I'll write it now. Thanks.
we don't know that. We're just picking a cool number. You gave us an option. I'm like,
There
yeah.
are always
21
thanks.
sounds good to
This
me."
sucks.
I remember one time we picked like 3 confrontation scenes in a row.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was just big argument, confrontation, fights. It's like, oh, whoops.
Get all that
We'll see
aggression out.
how it goes. We'll see how it goes with number 3. Right, Tay has got their streaming setup figured out.
Ooh,
Way
yes.
to go.
I have missed very many of them because they are far too early for me, but that is a me problem.
Tay, when we're not busy, Tay, okay? I want to support you. Every time they post like, oh, I'm going to be live streaming, I'm like, I'm busy. I can't be there. What are you doing?
I wake up 2 hours after the notification and I'm like, oh,
That happened.
well, I guess it's over. Let me watch the VOD.
Tay also accidentally prepped a draft just in time. Gotta know how that feels. Kelly, learning how to speak nice to myself and stop blaming myself for the world's problems.
Yeah.
Oh, about
Yes.
that. I used to do that like way back in the day, like about a decade and a half ago. I used to constantly verbally abuse myself, but then I switched it up, and I just started like instead of saying things that would make me hurt so that I could change it, I started like talking myself up. Like it's just one simple looking at yourself in the mirror one day and going, you look good. I really like your hair today, which is why a lot of the times I will just randomly to the camera say, I really like your hair today. Because it was the first step that I took into being a much more confident person.
Yes.
Yep.
Take notes.
Yep.
We're all like,
Right.
oh.
Twin Tails wrote 10,000 words and found out that they're having a boy. Yay!
Yeah.
That's
Congratulations. That's so exciting.
On all of the things.
Yes.
All the things.
All the things. So finished dance cards and coffee, formerly the bisexual bachelorette. Now they can edit and revise during camp.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, well done for finishing.
Yes. Yes, Lauren. I'm so excited.
Wow.
Wait, I was under the impression that after you were done with this,
Nano.
you were going to start writing
Bad Judgment and Gin.
Bad Judgment
that's-
and Gin.
That's the November project.
I
We're
see.
gonna do some revisions. We're gonna start grad school, and then in November, right before finals, we're gonna.
That sounds like a bad judgment that you will need gin,
Need gin
to
for.
rectify. So
I
you
think
know what? Maybe
Optimal writing
apropos.
condition for this story.
It makes sense.
I love
It's
it.
maybe apropos. Okay.
Yes.
We'll
Yes.
go with that.
Casey set up house, got started writing again regularly-ish, and got a puppy. Well done.
They also have a typewriter that they've unearthed.
Hey, yeah. Well, mine's just electric, but I
Yeah.
got the
Still,
Alpha Smart.
I
love it.
Yes.
so pretty.
Cool.
And mine's a see-through blue because it's very 90s.
Yeah.
Probably something like that. I can't remember what my midwife
I
said
think-
to me. It was 3 years ago. But I think something like that, yeah.
I know I was allowed to eat a lot more things with my youngest than I was with my oldest. That's for sure. The rules were very different just in that short amount of time. I was like, what do you mean I can eat this? Really?
I
I feel like Go ahead, Sherri.
Oh, I've had to keep up to date on this just because of what my job was. Like, I had to cook for several different people, and some of those people would be pregnant. So like I had to constantly keep being like, oh wait, so if you fry prosciutto, it's fine, but also you should introduce more raw meats into the diet. Wait, excuse me. Let me research this.
Yeah.
And it all depended on actually sitting down and talking to the customer about what their dietary plan is, and that got complicated. So I feel for all of you.
Microwave lunch meat.
Ooh,
When
yum.
all you want is a cold sandwich. Because it's summertime and you do not want that hot sandwich.
No,
you just
you
want a
that
cold one
nice cold. Yeah.
with like the
I think
crisp.
crispy. I think my worst one was I wanted eggs, but I wanted a runny yolk,
Mhm.
but I can't have a runny yolk. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I've never
Oh, yeah.
wanted a runny yolk more in my
More.
entire life than right now.
We
That'd be
did
very
this
upsetting.
You
thing.
couldn't have it.
We did this thing where it was basically a combination of we would make egg yolk custards that we turn into a sauce, and that would be the runny yolk for pregnant ladies, because we wanted to make sure that everyone had the same eating experience but cooked perfectly for their dietary needs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very clever.
Fine dining, baby. It's more than just tiny portions.
Charlie
That's
made a lot of impulsive
impressive.
decisions regarding writing that has equated to productivity.
The
Yeah.
word impulsive
Yes.
makes me nervous, but the word productivity is
Productivity
Yeah.
makes you happy. Yes.
I mean-
Charlie also got their website.
Oh, that's
yes,
right. That's
Charlie
the
has a
girl who
website
got
now.
it.
Yeah.
You were working on it. I didn't
I'm
know
so
it even
inspired
Yeah.
to do mine now. I'm
Yes.
as soon as camp
Yes,
is over,
same.
I'm on it. As soon as camp's over, no more putting it off. Charlie has motivated me to get this done.
Same.
Yes.
I had fun reading about all of Charlie's novels on the website. They sound so good.
I have a website. I need to update it more often. It has a blog, and I think the only blog post on there just says, "Hi, Dad." And then I sent him the link. It was like, "What do you think about my blog?" And he didn't find it. he didn't find the "Hi, Dad." I had to show him where it was.
That's
It's like, oh no.
I think it's just that I had a website once before. It wasn't so much an author website as it was just like sort of a writer one, but I would like blog instead of like, doing videos, but I would blog every single week about something writing related.
Oh.
I wouldn't be able to keep that up now because it got too much for me. Like I've got too many things to think about, too many social medias to try and keep up and update. And back when I was on Twitter and everything else, which I just now have but don't use.
Yeah.
But I think like a proper author website where I just update once every 2 weeks or so. So this is what I've done the past 2 weeks in regards to my writing, and then
I
that'll be
should
it.
probably do something along the lines of that, but
Yeah.
mostly I don't wanna.
Yeah. Well, I had a website a long time ago. It was for fitness. It was a very easy to do website. And it worked out well. I think I blogged like 3 times and realized blogging about fitness is not for me. Like, I don't mind talking about it, but I don't want to, that's not fun writing for me. I'm like,
Gotta sit down and
Because
writing.
I don't wanna
it's a
write
lot
about-
like work and then sitting down and doing paperwork about your
Well,
job.
yes, that's exactly how
Yeah.
I felt. So I did a total of three blogs and was like, that's not happening anymore.
Yeah.
So then when I wanted to do the website for the comic, I was like, I want one of those really cool websites. But with the really cool websites, you have to know how to do a lot of things. And you can't just drop a picture in there and boom, it looks like it's supposed to look. It's like,
Yes.
No, you gotta
you've
make.
gotta
You
put it
have
in
to
the-
make that happen. I'm like, oh,
You've
now
got to make it the
I
right.
don't want to do
It's
that
got to be the
anymore.
right size and then the right. Yeah, it's such a pain in the butt.
You have to make sure it loads for every single platform,
Yeah, and I'm
not
like,
just yours. You have to make sure it looks good on mobile, and then my
Yeah.
head starts hurting, and maybe
Yeah.
I'm going to lie down on the
Yeah.
couch for a little while.
So I've decided I'm going to take a step back and go back to one of those easier websites so I can at least get something there that I know how to do this. I can pop things in where I need them, and then I can take my time working on learning how to do it, the more complicated work.
Yes.
Where you click on this place in the map and it takes you to that place, and it's like, that's really cool. Like, I want that, but it's going to take me months to put that together while I'm trying to write and have 4 kids and 3 dogs and everything else. So
Let me just
Make it
casually
one.
ask other Nia, like, how does that work, babe? Like that thing Nia wants to do. How does that work? Can it work?
yeah.
Comment down below, my Nia.
Small steps. Start small and make it better or bigger.
That's right.
Yes.
That's what I'm learning to do. I don't have to have the big thing right now. Just have what I can right now, make sure it looks nice and looks good and does what I needed to do for now, and then I can work on a bigger thing later.
Absolutely.
Yes, totally.
Gradually. Like Sherri was telling me about her studio, how everything came together gradually, and now look at how fabulously she looks.
Yes.
Awesome studio. So piece by piece.
Casey mostly outlined 12 dancing princesses, but make it queer.
Mm-hmm.
Fractured fairy tale, including some character notes.
Nice.
Sounds.
Yay! Awesome.
Yes.
Yep.
I distinctly
And-
remember that Casey was struggling a little bit with outside activity holidays in order to justify 12 dancing princesses, and I was like, oh, I do not know the answer to this question, but maybe make one up. I don't know.
I love this, Casey. I love
Typewriting.
this.
Yeah.
A real
Yeah.
typewriter.
Yes.
I love
I love it.
Yep.
Sin spent most of June getting back into the workflow. Haven't done and achieved all that much. Getting back into the workflow is an achievement.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Come on now. A
Absolutely.
little bit of setup for the shop, if that counts. It
It
absolutely
does.
counts.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Sounds like you got a lot done. It may be not what you wanted or how much you wanted, but it sounds like you got a lot done. So way to go.
Yeah.
Hi, Keenan.
Hi. Kelly is stepping out for sprint. I'm so sorry. We will sprint eventually, but not quite
Yes.
now.
All right. Yes, I'll see you later. And
Tay, mother
Oh,
has
that's so
gestational
hard.
diabetes, so even more limited. She makes sure I know how she shuffled. Oh no! I ran away. There you go. Twin tails. Sounds delicious. Didn't know I couldn't have runny yolk.
Well, the rules could have changed.
Yeah,
They
So
might
it
have
depends on
changed.
what your OBGYN wants. So, like, it depends.
Do they give you different
Yes,
what you can and can't eat? There's not like a blanket. This is what you can and can't eat for everybody.
Well, it was like
There should be.
Yeah, it used to be. Well, this is a long time ago for me, but like certain foods had to be cooked at a certain temperature.
Yeah.
So your eggs
Which was the
technically would
which
not
was the
be
yolk.
running.
Yeah.
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 If it was cooked early.
Also, you have to pasteurize the eggs because salmonella lives on the outside of the shell. So before you even crack into your egg, you have to like flash heat the shell so that the inside stays raw, etc., etc. It was annoying.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, the
The
website
website
was
was an
the
impulse
impulsive
decision.
decision. Well, that's
That was a very,
and
very
it
good
worked.
impulse decision.
Yes.
that's great.
Oh, I need to use this hand because I'm tilted. Website sounds like a problem for future Tay.
Fair.
Yes. And Charlie does not have a blog. Yeah, it's too much work.
It's a lot.
Really, socially.
It is a lot.
We got some really good tips, though. I think Charlie was there for, was it Mondays or last week's? It's I forget what they call it, but they're doing a whole series. Glory and her brother, they're doing a whole series on helping you up your game on different things, growing your platform and whatnot. And I forget what the series is called, though. I don't know why it's like blanking, but it's a series, and they've been giving us lots of good advice and tips on, you know, the things that are less fun about being an author and trying to grow your audience and all of that stuff. And they've been doing it in a way that makes it fun. And we've all been like giving our advice on the things that have worked for us in the areas that have worked. And we've been getting advice in the areas where we struggle, like blogging. So we did get some tips on how we could blog without it feeling like we're blogging. And I'm like, I might try that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the parts of writing that you don't think you have to worry about until you start writing, and then you go, crap. This is way more work than I thought it was going to be.
There's so many expectations of you that you weren't even aware were expectations because you weren't the people that you do in fact admire didn't really do this stuff.
Oh yeah,
no, they didn't have to because social media did not exist at the time.
Cough, cough.
And then if you're self-publishing, that's all. You've got to take that to a whole other level because you don't even have anybody backing you up.
Yeah,
on this.
Absolutely.
It's all on your shoulders. So
yes,
the hope is that when you go traditional, depending on how big you are, the more help you get, of course. But at least if you're going traditional with the TradPub, at least you'll have some help. You'll still have to do a lot of work, but
but with traditional publishing, someone will edit for you and without you having to pay for it. Someone will design your book cover without you having to pay for it. It's sort of like it takes away the cost.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Or it takes away the struggle of learning and having to do it yourself and hoping that the skills you are just teaching yourself at this moment are enough to push your novel where it needs to be in order to gain attention and be appealing to everybody out there.
Yeah. And trying to find and hire editors and hope that they do an actual good job on your work. Because
so
you're
expensive.
And it's only you to decide. You don't have a whole team, saying that this editing, if the editing doesn't go well, there's a whole team backing you up when you go, instead of just you saying, I don't like the way you edited this. And they're like, well, I did my job. So there you are. And then it's just you and them.
And then it's a waste. Yeah.
But I don't like it. And they're like, but I did my job. So I got your money kind of thing. You know what I mean? So it's all on your shoulder. You don't have the publishing company there helping you and backing you up. So.
Yeah. You are the publishing company.
You are the publishing company. Oh, yeah.
Right, so we have spoken about what we achieved in June. Do we have anything that we wish would have gone differently? Do we have anything that we wanted to get done but we didn't quite manage to?
Well, I'm gonna say that I wish I got more writing done. But that's something that we all kind of, we all kind of feel deep down in our souls. We all feel like we could have gotten more writing done. But what I did achieve, and a lot of it I can't actually talk about yet, I feel like is so it's such a step, it's such a huge step in the right direction that I can't even be mad about. Basically what I'm trying to say is I have no regrets. I don't believe in regrets. I love this month as it went down. I like it. It's my friend.
Yes, Sherri.
None
Sherri
regrets.
is satisfied.
That's right. When I think about what I didn't accomplish that I wanted, more so that I got things done and then my computer crashed. And so what I learned is it is very true, back everything up. I only had a few things that I didn't back up, but the things that I didn't back up were just the recent things. I feel like things I just did that and just hadn't uploaded it yet to the cloud. So I was like, dang it, but I have everything I need to redo them. It's just that feeling like, oh, I gotta do that again. But I didn't lose anything that's completely lost. So that's a good thing. Save all your things, everybody. So let this be your friendly reminder. So it wasn't as bad as it could have been. Yeah, back up your backups. Could have been worse. I only lost like the very recent things and I have everything I need, because everything I need to redo them is saved in the cloud. So, but like things like I got my channel trailer done for Twitch, which I had a good time finding clips of everybody. So it's kind of a thank you to everybody who's encouraged me and streamed with me. So that's my channel trailer over on Twitch. And I got it on Twitch right before my computer crashed. So even though I don't have it anymore, it's on Twitch. So I'm like, whoo. So I'm pretty sure I can upload it again so I don't have to redo it. But I'm just like, that's a problem for another day. It's on Twitch. I'm not going to worry about it right now. But like things like that. And I have a couple of videos that were ready and edited, ready to be uploaded. I've got to re-edit those. And I'm like, editing is not fun. So, yeah. So
at least it's just the editing.
Exactly.
That you have to do, as opposed to refilming and editing.
Oh, they wouldn't have gotten refilmed. I'd have been like, we're already on the next one. Never mind. Never mind. So they'll just be a little bit late, but that'll give me something to, at least for the first week of camp. I'll get those edited probably tonight, and for the first week of camp, I'll have a couple of videos. So give myself a little bit of time before I have to record anything else. So I'm trying to look at the good and the bad, trying to send out that Libra energy.
Yes.
My laptop went down, but I read 3 books in 4 days. So, hey.
Hey. I had to cancel a lot of streams this month. I feel like I got a lot of writing done, but I didn't get a lot of streaming done. And it made me really sad. And part of that is because I had to have a really big talk with my whole family about like, hey, is this still something that we're able to that I'm able to do? Because I feel like it's causing some issues and I want to catch ahead of that. And we were having some things behind the scenes that were like really difficult. And so we had to cancel a lot. And now moving forward in July, I'm going to have a new streaming schedule that I think will work better for my family. But this month it was really hard. And I felt a lot of guilt having to cancel for various reasons, like health and then like family stuff. And just had to cancel a lot and I hated it.
Yeah.
I don't like saying I'm going to do something and then not doing it. So even though the writing went really well, I feel kind of bummed about that.
Yeah.
So that's my regret this month, is that I didn't get to hang out with everybody as much as I wanted to.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need to take the time though.
Yeah, you do. The good thing I learned when I took some time off, kind of the same thing, but back in May where I wasn't streaming as much. When I came back, everybody was still there. Everybody was super supportive. People understand, life happens. And sometimes you've got to adjust things and move your schedule around. So everybody will still be there. So that part of it, you might feel like, oh, I didn't get to hang out with everybody, but everybody's going to be there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And everybody has been so nice about it. Nobody's come and been like, why aren't you streaming? Right?
Yeah.
That would not be very nice. But the person who's come in my DMs and been like, why aren't you streaming is me. I've popped into. I slid into my own DMs. And was like,
Where are you at?
"You're letting yourself down. You're letting everyone down." It's like, I'm sorry.
No.
The washing machine's broken again. But yeah, so that was the bummer for me. That was my regret.
Yeah, I was sort of the same. Apart from the wrap-ups, I haven't actually live streamed since the end of April
Yeah.
for last Camp NaNoWriMo.
Yeah.
I had them scheduled for May and for June, and then I sort of got to the ones in May, and I was like, you know what, I can't be happy, and I can't try and socialize, and I can't try and entertain people, so I cancelled them.
Yeah.
Thought I'd be fine for June, and I was like, no, still not going to do it. So I cancelled the ones in June as well. I felt a little bit bad about it. But then I also didn't upload any videos. Or very, very rarely uploaded videos over the past few months as well.
Mm-hmm.
Usually I do one a week, but this past 2 months I've been like, oh, here's one random video. There you go. Here's another random video. There you are. It's sort of so yeah, I don't mind having taken the break. I've got to now try and force myself to get back into the regular thinking of ideas and filming and getting out there and editing and stuff. But yeah, I wish I hadn't sort of lost the motivation to upload.
And you're going back to you've just gone back to work too, though, right? This is a big transition for a lot of people. Like when COVID first started, I think that was a big shocking kind of change for everybody when everything kind of shut down. And now we're kind of trying to get back into what real life was like before. Where, okay, now we have all these other things now that we've added to our life, but we also need to get back to the things that we were doing before, and how do we make these things all mesh and work together. So it's kind of a bit of a transition for a lot of people.
I also think that as a group, even though we all participated in it, we're all forgetting that we just did a worldwide write-a-thon this month.
That was this month.
That was a huge,
oh God,
event.
It was.
Yeah. For real?
What is time? That felt like forever ago.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's okay.
Literally 3 weeks ago,
That
maybe.
was 3 weeks ago.
We all did that.
Yeah.
All of us together. We were actually on screen together, all of us.
Yeah, we were.
It was a huge event, and we had a lot of people that we were communicating with, and that we were streaming with, and that we were supporting. And I don't know about you, but I am an introvert, and talking to people exhausts me.
and I love you, and I'm tired.
I love everyone that I've ever gotten a chance to talk to, but also my spoons that are specifically regulated to talking to people were very low. They were dwindling. They were rusting away in the wind or whatever. I just did not have enough energy to be I am going to go out there. I'm going to be fabulous. Let's go. And it was because I was kind of out of shape, and also suffering from long haul COVID. What's up, fam?
Yeah.
And I did
that
faint
sucks
for a week and a half. That was the other thing that happened, was I just lost consciousness.
Yeah.
Randomly.
So basically all of the things that I wish could have gone differently would not have been fixed on a repeat of this timeline. I would have had to go back several years, baby, and I'm not going to reset all of that progress. All of you RPG nerds know that sometimes that's just too much work, and I'm lazy.
Yeah.
And I would just rather get to the boss battles, please.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Casey, from Feb to the end of May, I commuted 120 miles to work round trip 5 days a week for work. Oh, gosh, that's horrible.
Goodness.
Hoping to get back to a schedule of reading, writing more in June. Didn't quite get there. Continuing to be nice to myself and understanding that June was a big recovery month and that was important too. Yes.
That's a big
Absolutely.
commute. So be kind to yourself. That's a big
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Twin Tails, wish I could have gotten more writing done, but it would have been at the expense of sleep. It's, despite what writers say, it's not worth it. Sleep.
Sleep is so important.
Trips to relatives, gender reveal, outings and appointments. I think the month went really well. Oh, you've been busy this month as well.
This is a big month. And
Definitely
also,
need the extra sleep.
Pregnancy is hard on your body.
Yeah.
It is exhausting for your brain. Your heart is having to pump more blood. It is your body is the way it takes in nutrients is different. The hormones it's putting in your body is super different. It's gonna change your writing schedule, and I think this is a good way to look at it. Is that it went really well. Don't beat yourself up over the writing because it'll be there when you need it.
Yeah.
Yep.
NC David, I wish I could have written more and outlined more. Camp is starting soon and I've reached a black hole kind of part. I have no idea what's going to happen. That doesn't matter.
Yep.
I say that doesn't matter. What I mean is during camp, you can write what you have already outlined. And then once you've gotten more of a feel for the story in the parts you do know, you might have a better understanding of what you need in your black hole moment. And then you can just outline and write once you get there during the month. So it's, everyone wishes they wrote more.
I know. That's universal.
Sherri
No matter
said.
how much you write, you still wish you'd gotten more.
Yeah.
I feel like this is something that traditionally published writers experience. This is something that self-pub writers experience. This is something that people in high school who are just doing their homework innocently without like having to deal with any of these other societal pressures, they also wish they could have wrote more. Everybody wishes that they could write more than they have already produced because we are under the impression that success is productivity, and productivity has, word counts and like page counts and like actual physical, tangible results.
But invisible work is still work.
Invisible work is still work.
I'm gonna make that cross-stitch design.
Yep.
Yep.
It's gonna be fabulous.
Yes.
Love it.
We have to find and this is something that's going to take a lot of internal self-exploration, but we have to find within ourselves our own our own basis for success. We need to be able to track our own success, and it's gonna suck. It's because you can't compare it to anybody else's. But if you think about it another way, why would we need to, compare ourselves to anybody else? Why can't we just be happy with what it is that we're doing? And what it is that we've achieved, because we are just fragile meat bodies. And we have an expiration date. So what we're doing right now is good enough because we did it.
Yeah. I think the best thing I ever did as a writer was lower my expectations of myself. So I didn't have to do as much work to feel like I'd actually accomplished something.
Yeah.
But then when I did more, I'm like, yeah, I did fantastic. Look how much I did today. Lower your expectations.
Yes.
Yeah.
Give yourself a minimal amount of work and then celebrate when you do more.
Honestly, back in December and January, when I decided I'm going to change the way that I see how I get things done versus make that giant list. And then if I only tick off 5 things and I'm concentrating, oh, look at all of the things I didn't do.
Mhm.
Instead, I have a list that's kind of like vague. It's there. I know that list exists, and I'll have a few things, but everything I get done is more like, yes, this is what I got done. Then I'll move on to the next thing versus look at all the things I didn't get done.
Yep.
I sometimes will make myself an overwhelming list, more as like a record of where I thought I could be, so that when I try and plan a project like this again, I'll be like, this is everything I thought I could get done, but I'm looking at these holes, and it turns out that this is not what I could do. So the next time I make my overwhelming list, maybe it's only 10% less overwhelming, but it's getting closer to where I can actually see, like, oh, this is how much I can reasonably expect to get done. So
when I was working in a kitchen, we used to have these prep lists that we would write for ourselves. And I would write a really, really long prep list for myself, tack it up, and then move on, right? But what I keep forgetting, because like the prep list has a deadline, and the deadline is like before 6 o'clock, before dinner, basically. But what I'm forgetting is we had more than me in that kitchen. It wasn't just me working on that singular prep list. There were like 2 or 3 people under me that was also working on that same prep list. And that is why I can get this like monumental task list accomplished, because I wasn't alone. As a writer, we are a community, yes, and we have all of this support, but essentially we are writing alone. We are tackling these prep lists alone.
Yeah.
One person cannot do that much work, because you are not just a writer. You are also a mom. You are also a partner. You are also a child. You have all of these roles that you have to fulfill, that writer is just one of them. It's absolutely great to call yourself a writer, behave like a writer, and have the dignity of an author. But you have to remember that it's just one aspect of your life. And the scope of the life that you're living isn't just defined by the amount of work that you've put down, and it isn't just defined by the expectations of the people who are waiting for you to produce.
Wisdom.
Well said, Sherri. Well said.
I needed that. I needed that. Oh no! What is that?
Are we?
What is that?
Are we? Oh my God!
What is that?
We're gonna be productive, guys.
We're going to be productive. I did promise at least one sprint for those who need to do a little bit of prep for
We're doing it.
evilness. That is Camp NaNoWriMo. Obviously, I can't control what you do during this sprint. You could just sit there and stare prettily at the camera for the entire time, if you so chose. I personally am going to make some tea, because I don't have any right now, which is very depressing.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
We must have tea.
And I don't know, maybe look through what I've already outlined to see if I can add to that outline. We'll see how it goes. Mm-hmm. Anyway, if everybody is ready, we are going to do one. It's a 16-minute sprint. I took it down from the 24-minute sprint because I didn't think you guys would appreciate 24 minutes of not chatting to each other.
Thank you for.
This is the only time we get to hang out.
I know, it's what we come here for.
Yes. Right. So if we're ready, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to start our sprint.
He was saying hi to you, Sherri.
Just let me know. If it does, I'll turn off, obviously. I'll turn down.
That's fine.
It's quite. You can take it apart. You can hold it and make it stand.
Cool. Okay, that is the end of the sprint. Did anybody do work?
Eventually. I did a lot of thinking,
There we go.
and then I got an idea, and I went ahead and
Yes,
typed
that's
some
work.
things. So,
I had my wife help me with researching an app. I never really trust myself when I'm like interested in an application. I'm like, ooh, this looks convenient. However, let me like double, triple check with Nia because she's got know-how. So I got the go ahead. This has nothing wrong with it, and I can use it.
hey, hey,
Yay! That's good.
that's awesome. Oh, I think Nia, you might be muted.
Nia showed
You're
off
muted,
puppy.
Nia. There we go.
Yes.
Yes, there's a puppy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's time for him to eat, so I called my daughter to come get him. And so I let him say bye to everybody
Bye.
before we left. Yes.
I love
So-
puppy breath smell. Like, there's just a very particular puppy smell that
It
is
is.
like,
Yes.
love.
It is. It's a weird little smell that they definitely have. And you don't mind because it's puppy.
Yeah.
It's like, but it's puppy. So
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Kids.
Is this the next question?
It is the next question.
No.
I spent my
boy.
time doing that. Can we see?
Nope. Very bright.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa,
Almost
that's
it. Ooh,
pretty.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go.
Ooh, there it
Nope.
was.
See, I
Yep,
see no
yep,
boobs.
yep.
Oh, it's the scene
It's
list.
the scene
Yes.
It's the scene list. Yes.
I love
For
it.
tomorrow.
I might try
Whoa.
this, and whenever I'm on a stream that you're on, whatever one they pick for you, that's the one I'll do. I think that sounds like fun. I think that sounds like
That's a fun idea.
Okay, we're all doing it now.
fun.
That's a fun
We're all gonna
idea.
do it. I was trying not to, but I guess.
I couldn't help it. It was just so cool watching her on whoever Kate's or somebody's stream, and she's just like, pick a number, guys, and I'm like, yeah.
Grid, index, cards, because ain't nobody got time to make real. There it is.
That's why I'm going to just do whatever Sarah's
Add
doing.
to cart. Did it!
Awesome.
It gets fun. It gets fun at the end. I think it turned into some sort of like competition between people to see who could pick a scene first.
It was.
I don't know what you're talking
Who was
about.
going to pick a scene that you would give the go ahead to?
I don't know what you're talking
Usually I was just like, okay, whoever answers first, that's the scene I'm doing.
about.
A couple of times I was like, if a
And
lot of people were answering,
We got
I was
speedy
like,
quick
okay.
though.
And I missed the last one. Oh, it was
We
so
got
sad.
speedy quick.
Yes.
Oh my god, index
See?
cards are so pretty. No!
Uh-oh, did you just
Why-
fall down a rabbit hole?
Why
We've
is
lost
this
I got a
Sherri.
rabbit hole coming on.
This pack is
We've
called
lost
the
her.
new edition white ones, and they're $2. And then this pack, which is the original ones, are $4. What's wrong? Why are
How
the
many do
new
you
ones
get?
cheaper?
How many do you get?
It's the same amount per thing. One of them is called white, and one of them is called new edition white.
Okay.
Things that don't make sense.
New edition
Yeah.
white,
Oh,
even
oh.
whiter than before.
Okay, but one only, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what the
Oh, well.
difference is.
This time even wider.
They're even wider. The grid is invisible because it's that white. They're just index cards. Sorry, guys. Joke's on you. The
So
new
what is
edition.
everybody? Yeah, a new edition up charges.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, the
So
new
what
ones
is-
were cheaper.
The new ones are cheaper.
Yeah. That's why I was confused.
Are they smaller? Are they thinner?
They
Are they
were
made with
no,
cheaper
they were.
paper? Maybe.
That's what I think it might
Yeah,
be. is
They
that
were probably made cheaper, and the
Yeah.
the old ones they've got to try to maybe at least make costs, so they're not lowering that price.
Mm-mm.
They're like, nah,
'Cause
we gotta sell these.
they're
things.
like half the price, and that's why
Yeah.
I was confused.
So what is everybody doing for camp?
I am going to finish the beta read draft of Vegan Vamps, and I think my beta readers are on stream with me, so that's stressful. I
You
am
said it.
finally
You said it out loud now.
Very
No
excited.
pressure.
all the pressure, but you know what? We thrive on pressure, baby. We live in a pressure cooker, and we are going to we're gonna grow. We're going to be delicious. It's gonna be fantastic.
Love it.
Nice.
Journal July.
Still
fun.
shopping. Still definitely shopping for index cards because
That's
this
good.
is like whoa. There are some cute ones. Why are you like this?
Yep.
Why you gotta be cute though?
to make you buy them.
So,
Michael took a nap.
ooh, that sounds good.
Michael
Yeah.
wins.
You
Good
guys
job.
are doing good stuff in 16
Made
minutes.
a TikTok.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Naps, TikToks. This is cool. 100 words.
So I think I'm gonna zero. Hopefully by the end of the month, I zero draft this project. My camp goal is only 15,000 words because I haven't outlined it yet.
Mm-hmm.
So part of the words will be outlined, and if I just get outlined with a little bit of dialogue, I'm gonna be thrilled.
Ooh.
So like that'll be good. The thing that I want to spend the most time on is currently I've got a couple people looking at this messy draft that I made of the middle grade novel and giving me some big picture revision help. And then I hope to go and make my own notes and do some of the revising so that maybe at the beginning of August, I can hopefully ask a couple of people to beta read. And as we're getting, oh, that would make me so happy. Yes, please. As we get ready for Pitch Wars, which is the end of September.
Puke.
So
I'm fine.
I cannot wait to start beta reading. I have been watching a couple of live streams where they do critique partnering so I can learn how to do the thing instead of just reading someone's work and saying, you wrote this, it's fabulous. I don't think that's what you want me to do. But that's how I feel whenever I read somebody's work. So I'm trying to learn to do the proper critiquing and give the writer what they're looking for when they ask me to read something for them. They don't want me to just say, you wrote it, so it's the best thing ever.
That's what I picked the people who are my alpha readers currently are people that I knew would be like, you did it and I'm proud of you. Maybe fix this one thing. But I know that beta reading, eventually we will have to fix the book, with like some fixes. But I also didn't want to give people things that were like, the beta reader comes back and is like, your book is fundamentally broken. Good luck, friend. So,
Right.
Okay.
There's got to be that balance. Or you could have one of me and one of someone who's just going to trash everything. So if you have that might be the balance. But you actually want your beta readers and your alpha readers to be that one person.
The kind and then like the killer. You gotta have a good balance.
Yeah. I'm working on the balance. I'm like, I don't want to say anything bad about your work because you did it.
But yeah,
but
the thing
you.
is like eventually you hope that the work, while it's part of you, while you're working on it, eventually it becomes its own thing and it's separate from you. And any critique that a person gives you, especially in our writing community, is not because they're like, well, this critique means that I hate you.
Mm-hmm.
What it means is like, I like your book and I want it to be the best it can be. And it's not a
Yeah.
it's a kindness.
Don't take it personal. Don't take it personally.
Well, because
Like
it's a
someone's trying to slight you.
kindness.
Yeah.
I noticed that the people that I really enjoy the critique partner relationship with are as harsh to my writing as I am to theirs. Like they're like, okay, so this is something that we could probably maybe work on.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll like give me a lot of like they'll give me a lot of stuff to like toss around in my head. Like it's a lot of meat that I should be thinking about. Like, oh, okay, I understand why this can be confusing. Let me chew on that for a second. And then I'm always one of those who way like I will jump to far off weird conclusions, and then there'll be like, oh, hold up, how'd you get there? Wait,
what did I write that made her think that was
she
about
does
to
do
happen?
this.
Okay.
Oh no.
Sherri is very good at knowing exactly what's going to happen by like one sentence, and then they're like, "Oh, this is this and this, and then this happens, and then that," and you're like, "How did you do that? How?" Yes, I'm always in that weird stage when I'm reading the critique that people leave. I am one of those people who prefer, it sounds weird, I prefer harsh critique rather than this is okay, this is good, etc., etc. I don't know, I just feel like I thrive better if I've got like some harsh pointed critique in regards to the plot of the characters. I have this weird thing of reading like someone's critique and then getting really defensive about it, and then like, what do you mean you're saying this about this character? And then I'm like, okay, but wait a second. I see what you're saying. Yep, that I could use that. That's helpful.
Yeah.
that was me and Vanessa.
I like a good balance. If you like the part, if you like something, I want to hear about it. If you think it needs work, I want to know about that too. Because I like if something hit and it was good for you, I also want to know that, so don't cut it out.
Yeah.
And I have a really hard time trusting when people tell me, okay, that was good. I'm like, but no, tell me what was. Yeah, I just like, no, you're just
I just need to know if it sucks.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't believe it, but you wouldn't lie to me, so
yeah,
okay.
That's why I prefer the harsh critique, because at the back of my head I'm going, are you just saying these nice things because we know each other, or because you really think it's okay? Like, I know my story's not that good. Where's all the harsh critique? Like,
that's me. I just read my opening because the opening is like the hardest for me because I don't know how to start. When I did the short stories the first time, I really was just telling the story like, hey, what if such and such was set in space? And then I just went and told the story and people liked it. But now I'm like, I want to make it like a real writer is writing the story and is going to actually publish it and try to sell it for money. So this feels different. I want it to be better. And so I read the opening and they're
really
like, yeah.
Work on the
I'm
prose.
like, yeah. I'm like, is it really good though? Is it? I'm like, so if I open it like this, and I literally was like, so if I open it like this, just like it is, that's good. You'd want to read more? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, hey.
I don't trust you though.
I don't trust myself.
Are you sure?
I'm like, really? I don't know.
I
Okay.
get that.
I don't know
I
why I
shout at
can't
people.
trust that I wrote something that might be okay.
Yeah. So,
Openings suck for me. Openings are absolutely the worst, which is why I cheat all the time and always start right in the middle.
I want to do that. I'm
that's
like,
fine. That's fine. People
Can I
say
just start
to
with
do
the
that though.
action
Start in the
scene?
middle of the action. People say to do that. But yeah, I take great pleasure in trying to think up the most sort of eye-catching opening lines that I can possibly think of.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want it to be a good first line.
So much pressure.
The whole book is so much pressure. If it's not the opening lines, it's the first chapter. If it's not the first chapter, it's the inciting incident or the midpoint or the act 2 or the climax, or how am I going to end this thing? Like, it's all just so much pressure.
Do you have a point in the book where, like, consistently you go, oh, this is garbage. I should write something else. I have a better idea. Like, do you have like a consistent point that happens? Because I have noticed between 25 and 30,000 words, I want to throw the whole story and maybe the whole computer and maybe the whole person just out into the road.
Mine is
At least
anytime
once per chapter.
Yeah, sometimes it happens every chapter, and then if it's not every chapter, it's every time an action has happened, and now we're in that in between before the next big action.
Mhm.
I think this is boring. Everyone's gonna hate it. I should just scrap it because there's no way I can write the in between and keep people engaged long enough to get to the next thing. So
I have this fear because I suck. If I read the first page of a novel and I'm not into it, I DNF at the first page. So like the pressure of like my own the pressure of my own expectations just gets to me because I'm like, okay, really have to make sure, like, if this catches me, if this makes me want to read more, then all of the other finicky people out there who have exactly my kind of I just didn't get hooked in the first page, like, weirdness, will be able to read it too. Like, ultimately as writers, we write for ourselves, and I am a terrible customer. I am the worst. So this is
scary.
Why
everything needs to go through Sherri.
Yeah.
If Sherri likes it, you've got something good going on.
That's why I said the next person who's going to read this first chapter is going to be Sherri, because
I'm horrible.
No.
If it doesn't pass the Sherri test, then I'm like, nope, burn the whole thing. No, I'm just kidding. Not burn the whole thing, but definitely rework the intro.
One of the, like, I have to be able to remember it, like, later on. I can remember feeling like Hazel in the beginning of Abingdon 1. Like, I remember waking up and being like, oh, family, why? So, like, that's what really brought me into the whole Abingdon House series, is I was like, yo, Hazel, girl, me too. And I think that's what I've noticed. I need to start off with like a vague emotion. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a hook. It just has to be an emotion that outlasts the page itself.
You need something there that people can go, oh, that's so relatable.
Yes, exactly.
In some way.
Yeah.
Michael is hilarious.
Speaking of Abingdon House, that is what I'm working on. Book number 3,
Yeah,
which I'm very, very excited about.
it is exciting.
Yay.
Do some mean things in book 3.
For the new people who just subscribed, Abington House is a middle grade series.
Yes.
Sarah's writing.
I'm so excited.
For some
about
reason,
this.
it's a 5-book series.
Say,
It is Percy Jackson meets the inheritance cycle.
what a good pitch!
I have a
Yes.
comp for it. I always wanted it to be sort of similar to like Harry Potter, Percy Jackson, in that you start with them 12 and they go
And
through
they
up
age
until
through.
16ish years old.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had someone through Facebook, I think, they read a quick draft of book 1, and they mentioned that the sort of premise of the protagonists finding out that they are, they have a grandparent, or they have someone who's bestowing upon them through their will or something really big and extravagant, and they have to do some tests in order to get that thing, was sort of similar, or reminded them of a YA series called The Inheritance Cycle, which, as far as I can tell, is about a girl. A billionaire dies and gives this girl his entire fortune, but before she can earn it, she has to live in his house for like a year and do some sort of puzzles or something like that. And if she completes all the puzzles, then she gets the inheritance. And I was like, thank you.
Oh,
I have a comp
yeah.
now, and it's a very new series as well. So it's a very new comp, which is what publishers prefer, having sort of something recently published
Newer.
than something published like 10, 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's very exciting.
The first book in the cycle, Aragorn, has a film that came out in 2006.
Yes, it does. It's not that good of a film, to be fair.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It was okay.
Yeah, if I like it, you know it's good, because I hate everything. I am one of those people who are like, I know I like you as a person, and I would be really, really, really willing to hang out with you more. However, that sucked.
Yes.
Stop it.
Yeah. And the good thing is I've gotten enough good feedback that I'm ready for it now.
Yes.
I'm ready
But
for
then
that balance.
I'm
then
never
it's also-
afraid
For that
to
hammer.
highlight a section and go, this was boring though. I'm bored.
And the thing is, Sherri. So you're like, I'm so sorry, Sherri. Let me fix
Yeah, I
that
didn't mean to
for
do
you.
this to you. Yes.
I'm so sorry.
Why did I do this to
What
you?
do I need to do? How can I fix this and make you happy again? I'm so sorry.
The best thing is if I could be watching while she's reading, because her actual reactions as she's reading something, it's
Yes.
like
They
that's
tell.
what I need.
Very telling.
she needs
Very
to not say
helpful.
anything. I'm already taking notes. Like I see where
Sherri-
she's at.
Sherri
and
called this
wow,
face
she
on
just made a
chapter
noise.
7,
She made a
paragraph
face.
4.
I did that with Cachet's short story. I was reading it on live, and she was like, "Oh, I knew exactly what part you were on. You didn't even have to tell me anything."
What did you think of my book? I like you as a person. Yeah,
Accurate.
thank you.
Accurate.
Mhm.
You have good hair today.
I like your t-shirt.
Yep. That lipstick looks good on you.
Good
Called
color.
out.
These words don't look good on this document, though.
Oh man.
Yep.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Okay.
don't be sorry.
That's better. I think I was too loud. I can hear Holly cry. I can hear Holly crying.
Sorry, Holly.
Sorry, Holly.
Twin Tails working on a story about an alien biker trapped on Earth.
Ooh. It's gonna be
That
spicy.
sounds cool. Yes, bring the spice.
Spicy.
We
alien
love
biker.
spice.
Yeah, I love it.
We love
That's
spice.
awesome.
Ooh, besides my camp project, so I'll just be doing the fantasy novel. Whatever chapter Sarah's working on is what I'll be doing the fantasy novel. Waiting for Sarah to tell us what chapter, what scenes we're working on. That's what I'm doing for camp. This is the fantasy, and on the side, I'm going to continue editing and stuff and trying to get this Bella stuff ready to upload.
Yeah.
Hopefully by the end of the month, and then
Yes.
decide out the scenes that I'm definitely going to use for the part, because I think I can't cross over too much what's on Bella for what's on the comic, because they don't want duplicated work. So I have to make sure that the scenes that I'm putting in the comic aren't identical to the scenes that are going to be in the Bella, but it gives you enough of an idea of what's going on. And then that too, I will be handing over to Sherri to see what she thinks.
Yes. And I will be, you know what? I can actually just like record myself reading it. I don't have to go on live or anything. I can just like record it.
Perfect.
Sherri reacts to, and then send it only to Nia.
Yeah, and I'll be like,
Perfect. Sounds
yep.
good.
And I've been like, let me fix all of this mess.
I'm gonna get older. That's what I'm gonna do in July. I'm gonna get older and probably eat some cake about it.
Oh,
Nice.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
yes, cake, though.
Yeah.
Do you know what kind of cake you want?
No. Usually, actually, my stepmom makes this peach ice cream, and it is the best peach ice cream. I dream about it in the off season. It is so good. She makes just delightful peach ice cream. So generally, I said I was going to eat cake. I generally don't do cake for my birthday. I generally beg her, please, Mama T, will you make me some ice cream?
Dang.
Please.
That
Oh
sounds
my
like
God.
She always says yes because she's wonderful.
I love it. Peach ice cream sounds delicious.
So good.
I have
Yes.
I
a friend
know,
at work.
right?
I have a friend at work. She makes her own. She makes homemade jam.
Ooh.
She has an apple and pear jam.
Ooh.
It's like
Yes.
the best jam. I was eating it with a spoon. Like it's
sounds
it's so good. I need
Oh.
some more jam now. Now that I've mentioned that,
Jam's gross.
jam's not gross. Depends on the jam.
Jam's gross.
Any big plans besides camp? Not particularly. It's July. It's just camp. I
Yeah.
don't have anything else to do until August.
Yeah, I don't want to promise I'm going to do anything else for outside with real people.
Mhm.
Besides the new puppy, which my daughter's going to be happily taking care of half the time. So we're splitting that,
Yes.
which is good. It's a good time to get camp. She doesn't have a job yet. And she's trying to work. I'm like, you're young. Stay home and play games.
That 100%
Yeah.
counts.
You made a very good point, because the only other big plan I have for July is finish Dragon Quest 11 on the Switch. And I was also thinking about grinding through the more annoying parts of this Gaia for the first one. It's a game that my wife, who is a game developer, really wants to witness me play because she needs data. She needs to have me be a test subject, and
Yes.
tactics games, like I it's really hilarious watching her watch me play video games that I'm bad at, because she's trying so hard not to help. She's like, "You're doing great, sweetie."
Like just
And I'm like, I don't want to level up. I want to smash my face against this wall until the wall breaks. And usually my face breaks, but eventually I figure out how to do it, which she finds useful, because some of us gamers are going to be inept, but also really dedicated.
yeah. Yep.
Yes, that's true. What is my take on World of Warcraft? My husband is trying to get me hooked on it. World of Warcraft is a multiplayer video game. I do not like talking to people. I do not like doing that. So if you, like myself, are an introvert, don't do it. You have to interact with so many people. I can't. I don't want to. And that is my take on Warcraft. Sherri reviews.
Twin Tails is struggling to sleep through the night. Do you have pillows everywhere?
Pillows, yes.
Pillows everywhere.
Yeah.
Pillow under your stomach. Pillow in between the tops of your legs.
Yep.
To sort of help. Left side.
And if you have one of those wrap carriers already, if you've already been gifted one, or you can just take a piece of that really stretchy, like cotton t-shirt style fabric and do a wrap during the day to hold your stomach up and kind of take the weight off your back, that will make it so that at night you're not in as much
It's like
pain.
a tummy bra.
Yes, it is like a tummy bra.
Because
but
there's so much weight, it hurts your back.
It hurts your back, and then you lay down and you're like, oh. So if you can either have somebody help you lift that weight, or use a wrap to kind of redistribute the pressure of the weight to different parts of your body, so that you're not just holding it all in your lower back. That means when you lay down, it's not as painful. And I'm sorry. And it'll
also not lying flat, lie on an incline as well.
Yes, that helps a ton.
Even on your side on an incline,
on the side
does help get a little bit more comfortable, I found, at least, as opposed to sleeping straight on my side.
I have friends who swear in those pregnancy pillows that are shaped like the U. Good. I never got one because I'm cheap, but I think I would have liked one.
I didn't have like the big brand one. I got like a really long pillow from Lidl.
Same.
And I just used that. So I just laid on it and I just tucked it under my legs.
Yes.
To make the U myself.
Yep. I had a very long one. I tucked under, starting here all the way down, went through my legs so I could use just the one pillow. And the great thing was when I went to roll over to the one side, I just moved the pillow over like this and then just roll. The whole thing comes with you.
Yeah, comes with you.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what I did as well.
And if you're up on your pillow, you're more like this instead of having to get over from being flat. So many things. Pregnancy is exhausting. It's worth it, but it's exhausting.
It is exhausting, and I feel
Very
for you.
So.
And drinking water in the summer is hard.
Mm-hmm.
You have to drink
Yeah.
enough fluids. All fluids count towards hydration.
I ended up having to keep a bottle of water next to me. The many times I would wake up in the middle of the night, I'd be so thirsty.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd just have a bottle there and chug half of it. And then obviously then get up an hour later to pee.
Mhm.
Yes.
And then drink more water.
And you have to drink water, and you're going to be up every couple hours.
It's
at least.
frustrating.
But it's practice for when the baby's there, and you have to be up every couple of hours for the first few months anyway. So
Yay.
But
We're making this
sound
exciting.
so
sometimes
fun.
a lot of good habits stick with you. I always have a cup of ice water with me ever since I've been pregnant. I never did that before.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Since I've been pregnant, I've always got a cup of ice with me, and it's been years.
My
Years.
mother
I'm old.
has trained that into my, like, she has drilled that into my soul. Always have water next to you.
Mhm.
And now I'm realizing it's because I am her first child, and she is like, always have water with you.
Yes.
Seriously,
Yeah.
but seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Heard that book is great, though. I would like to read it. I don't know when.
Ooh.
What
I might
is
try
a
and do the-
priory?
I might try and do the audiobook. I can do a lot more when I do an audiobook.
A priory
I
is
wish-
a small monastery or a nunnery that is governed by a prior or a prioress.
Oh,
Yes.
It's a really good title, and I was like,
it's
what
a
is that?
great title.
Sherri likes to know.
Mhm.
I always wish for two things. One, I had the motivation to read like I used to when I was younger. And two, that I was able to listen to audiobooks and actually absorb the words.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that having an audiobook would help with ingesting more books
Yeah.
Yes.
in a way that is not work for me. But I have to read words in order to process them.
Can you start
Otherwise,
with?
it just goes in one ear and out the other.
Can you start with reading while the audio's going? Like almost like you do in school, where someone's reading but you're reading along. Do you think that would help train you to be able to start listening? And
Probably
being
not,
able to-
because
would
my
read
brain
ahead.
would read ahead.
That's what I
You're
used to do. In
The
school,
reading
too.
is taking too long. Reading
Yeah,
too
basically,
slow.
it's like not getting to the good thing. I speed read. It's really bad. I try not to, but my mind just automatically like skips words and sentences as I'm going along. It's just very.
I like to do audiobooks, but that's because I like to have my hands busy, and especially in the summer with all of the kiddos hanging out and not having things that they have to do like they did during the school year. There's not a lot of time where I get to sit down and read. So when I do get to sit down, I want to be able to like write or journal or do one of the other things.
Yeah.
But if I have an audiobook going, especially since I've been listening to a lot of the middle grade books, they're able to listen to them as well, and then they get really calm. It's amazing. They will gravitate into the room with me, and they'll get really calm, and they'll bring like a toy and play with it, or write like draw a picture, journal, or whatever, because they want to hear the story. Especially, we just listened to Arusha and the End of Time, I think is the title. And then the other one was the Winter House, which is like a puzzly book. And that one was very much enjoyed by the kiddos.
I love that you're using audiobooks to hypnotize your children into quiet time.
I have
Yeah,
done it for a
taking
long
notes.
time.
I'm taking notes, Ashley. All my kids have gotten very into reading recently.
That's wonderful.
I wonder why.
I think it's because they got in trouble for not listening, and we took TV away from them in the evenings
Another read.
to keep them quiet. So now it's like you can have to read a book, and they huffed about it at first, but now they're taking books to school to read. They've got post-it notes for their bookmarks, and I'm like, yes, I need to find you more books to read now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't have children, but I do have a cat, and she has like anxiety. But like, you know, every time I leave the house, she gets really anxious, and she'll make a mess. But if I leave something that has a lot of talking in it, she's like super chill. A lot of the times, like, I will leave like VODs of like streamer friends on while I leave the house, and she's like, oh, it's cool, mom's here, there's talking, we can just nap and not destroy everything or poop on the floor. I want to graduate into like getting into audiobooks, but I love cocooning. There's just something really comforting with burying myself under blankets and just doing this. I'm still really attached to physically reading a book, because there's something really pleasing to personally me. I don't know if anybody else feels this, but I feel really happy when I'm falling asleep in the middle of reading a story. It reminds me of better times. It reminds me of my youth. And I'm like, oh, this is comforting. I remember this. Fall asleep, and I don't wake up in the middle of the night with like anxiety nightmares.
Yeah, it brings you right back to it's bedtime. Okay, good night. And then hiding under the covers with your book.
Yes.
Trying to read as much as you can before you inevitably fall asleep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good times. Good times.
I've definitely seen the same thing with my younger sister and listening to middle grade audiobooks. We've made it through 9 of the series of Unfortunate Events books, and I've never seen my manager calmer. Manager is Dejana's sister, who is managing all of her social media and her appearances on stream. Manager makes sure that Day's makeup is on point and that she's saying all the right things and that she's not too funny. She's
Too
just
funny
enough.
Yes.
It's always good to have a
I'm
manager.
so excited that she's got you reading them. I love this.
That's so fun.
Day, you need to tell your manager that I need you on a stream soon, okay? Okay, thank you.
Can we book you through your manager? If you could, like, please
Yes,
give
can we?
us your manager's information so we can confirm that you're okay on these dates. It would be it'd be really nice.
I think the manager has okayed her for tomorrow, so we'll be seeing her, guys.
Have your people call our people.
My people is me.
My people is also me. Right, it's 11 o'clock now. I'm actually going to call the stream.
Oh my god, we made it under 2 hours.
Because I know what we're like, and weirdly enough, it sort of came to a natural stop.
Yeah. We did it.
As opposed to us. So yes, we can do it, guys.
We
What
did
does
it.
take 25 minutes to say goodbye now, but
Let's do it.
But we were, we're getting there.
We're getting better.
There.
we're getting there. We're getting better.
Oh my god, I'm so
When there's not time constraints during the summer on when I need to actually physically go to bed, because of the school run, yay. We don't need to be so cautious. Well, I don't need to try and be so cautious with what time we finish, which I'm very much looking forward to. So there we go. Thank you guys for joining us today. We're streaming together I want to say quite a bit. We're not tomorrow, along with some other guests. Nia,
Yes, we're doing a kickoff tomorrow for Camp Nano. We're going to start at 12:45. I think I've got Sherri and Jessica on with me.
Mhm.
Then we're going to take a little break. I don't know. Are you streaming in between, Sherri, or are you just hopping back on with us?
I'm
at
just gonna
3?
I'm just gonna hop on in because you know what? I think I want to do a little something different with my Twitch channel.
Mhm.
I don't know what it is yet, which is why I'm being very vague because I have no plans. I have none plans.
But she knows it's something.
But I know that on the days on tomorrow I'm going to be with Mia, and that's where I'm going to be living.
Cool. I'll be happy, guys. And all of you are going to be joining me then at 3:30. So
Yes.
I'm like, I need a lunch break, so I can't stream for like 5 or 6 hours straight. So how can we do this? And so it worked out that way. So we'll be starting to kick off at 12:45, and we'll be writing till 6:30. If you need to hop off earlier, because I know like time zones are a thing. So you guys, if you need to hop off at 5:30, that's fine. If you want to stay all the way till 6:30, that's fine too. Whatever. It's good.
30 Central Time?
No.
So you're going 3:30 to 6:30 Eastern.
EST, yes.
EST.
It's 2:30, 5:30.
Eastern I can do. That's
Yeah.
perfectly fine.
Yeah, I was pretty sure like if I got your time right, then that's good. 3:30.
Oh my god, I'm such a dummy. It's not even I don't even have anything to do on that day. It's Friday.
Yes, tomorrow's Thursday. You know why, Sherri? Because I don't usually stream on Thursdays. It's probably like a little.
Oh,
it keeps throwing me off. Too. It keeps freaking me out because it's Thursday, and I'm like, wait, did I miss it? Did I? And I'm like, no, I got a schedule on Thursday on purpose.
So we'll see you tomorrow.
We will see you tomorrow, which is definitely a Thursday.
We will be doing.
It's gonna be fun.
Lots
Tomorrow
of
for
streaming.
camp.
Yay!
Yay.
So we're gonna get lots of writing done, but no pressure. No pressure, guys.
Writing done.
Hey,
Writing
I'm actually going to be doing writing because okay, this is just a trick to the people who know me. But if you see me wearing false eyelashes, that usually means my mental health is a-okay. False eyelashes are an indicator that Sherri is feeling really friggin' happy. So tomorrow,
everybody stare into Sherri's eyes.
Stare at the length of the eyelashes. The longer the eyelashes, the closer to God.
I'm familiar with this.
We'll keep that in mind.
Yes.
I am Sherri. I'm going to stream at some point on my Twitch channel, which is Sharing Forge. And I'm definitely going to be hanging out with these lovely ladies more this month than last month because it's Camp NaNoWriMo, and get ready for maybe some pop-up streams with all of these lovely ladies. What is organization? Who knows what organization is?
Don't care
But
what
I will be around everywhere. Just expect to see my brown face pop up. The end of outro.
I am Ashley B. I stream on Twitch. I just starting tomorrow. We'll have a new schedule. Thanks for your patience. And I had so much fun. I love these so much. This is one of my favorite things that we get to do is at the end of the month. I'm always really excited to be here. So I just thanks for hanging out. This was great.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Nia.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I am Nia, the Vixen of Fiction, here on YouTube. I stream here and on Twitch, and I'm also on Instagram. You can follow me there under the same name. except for on Instagram, it is the Vixen of Fiction. And I stream on Wednesday afternoons and Saturday nights, and sometimes some other times, especially during camp. I hope to be streaming as well. Just whenever we're writing. I just
There's
be like,
at
hey, are
some
you free? Because I want to write right now.
At some point on a Friday, we're going to meet again.
The 16th?
Maybe, yes.
The 16th, we're
The
going to do a
16th.
10K
Oh, yes.
day.
Mm-hmm.
And we're all just going to have fun and just hang out and get writing done and help each other and encourage each other, because the 16th is going to be the halfway point.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so I think
We're
calling
trying
it a
really
10K
hard
relay.
not to pass out.
Yeah. It's technically a 10K relay, but don't feel the pressure of that 10K. Feel the pressure of trying to be as productive as you feel at the midway point.
Yes.
Yes, the
And
third
we will be
week
here for each
tends to be the third week of NaNoWriMo is always a Wednesday. It's the hump week.
Yeah.
It's hard.
So, so we've got a band together.
Yes.
I'm Sarah. I do stuff. I am going to make an effort to stream more in June. They're not going to be chatty streams. They're going to be productivity streams where I just sit there in silence and do work with the camera pointing at my face for accountability.
Oh my gosh!
We'll start there.
I'm on Michael CB Chen's channel tomorrow. Not tomorrow, on Friday.
Friday.
On Friday. We've overbooked ourselves, Nia. We keep doing this thing, but it's fine. Michael, get ready to torture
Way to go,
us.
We'll just keep remembering things. Sarah.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Have a happy Camp NaNoWriMo until we see you all again, which is,
Soon.
less than 24 hours time.
Yeah.
So be prepared for the chaos tomorrow, and we'll see you guys then.
All right, and
Bye, everybody.
I'll be streaming right now, so
Yes,
I'll see.
Nia's
Oh, you
streaming.
guys.
I'll see you in
Yes, I'll
literally
see you in a few
15
minutes.
seconds.
15 seconds. Bye.